Ready?
Ready.
Hey, snitches. Welcome back to episode 5.
Get ready for the best part of your day.
It's your host, Kristen.
And Brittany.
It's Tuesday, actually. We're putting this episode out on Wednesday, but we're recording it on Tuesday. So we just got a chance to talk yesterday.
Yesterday.
How was the
Lucky
rest of
us.
your day?
Um, it was good. It was pretty busy. I'm trying to think. My book kind of backfired on me the in 5 years.
Oh,
I remember I was reading Demon Copperhead, and it was way too depressing. The author is a sick fuck who likes to just make you really, 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 really sad. So then I transitioned to this book in 5 years, which is like a romance book, easy read, and I actually really like it. You would like it. You would definitely like it. It's like a really cool concept, but I just got to a really sad part in it, and I'm like, fuck, the book gods just want me to be sad.
I feel like a book, when I'm sad in a book, it hits different.
Totally.
I I think it's the amount of time you spent getting invested in the characters. You're creating your own kind of concept of them. When something and it hits deeper also because in a book you get their feelings,
Right.
yeah. Ugh, that's a bummer.
But it's good. And it's not like, I mean, it's a sad topic, but it's not like Demon Copperhead where like it's a twisted author that just like wants to take you down this dark path. It's
You need to look up the bio. This is what I would have done. Looking up the bio of the author to be like, who hurt you? What happened here? Why
yeah,
did you
seriously.
write? Like, what trauma did you experience that you're letting out through this outlet?
Yeah,
You should look it
that is
up.
what I need to do. I'm just over Demon Copperhead.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't have to like every book.
But yeah, this book's good. I would recommend, but of course, I just got to a sad part. So that's my only thing that happened to me in the last 24 hours.
Awesome. I have a update in the last 24 hours.
Oh, yay.
So I live in a condo. Yesterday I was going to my workout, and so first off, I left my sneakers in my car. So I was in flip-flops, but like I was in sweatpants, a bratty t-shirt, no makeup, hair up, just not looking like my best. I go out into the hallway to get the elevator, and this guy is walking towards me. And like I've lived here now for 3 years. I know everyone on my floor, and I'm like, who is that? He's my new neighbor, Brittany. I have a new neighbor. And
Oh, boy.
let me tell you, he is cute. Like,
Oh my gosh, this could be your
yes.
love story.
Don't even get me started. Like, I can't even let my head go there. Um,
Rom-com. That is like that is a quintessential meet cute in a rom-com.
it's such a great meet cute. And I will say, I've had good luck with neighbors in the past. Like, I have befriended neighbors in the
Oh,
past.
yeah, I know.
But yeah, so he's super cute. So of course, like he comes up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like shocked. And we're waiting for the elevator and he was super friendly. He's like, but you know what? I cannot for the life of me remember his name. It was,
Mm,
you know what, when
happens to the best of us. Yeah.
he first came up and the first thing that registered to me is just like how attractive he is. He I can't he seemed like decently tall, dark hair. I'm thinking late 20s, early 30s. 20s
It's
might
hard to
be
know.
a deal breaker for me.
Really?
Well, how old would you date? Like, what's the oldest and youngest you would date?
I don't know. I feel like it's less about the age and more about like the person, like how like youthful you are. Like I know plenty of people like our age that act like they're 50, or like I know plenty of people our age that act like they're 20. I feel like I do consider myself a little bit more of like a youthful 30 something, just probably
Sure.
because I have like younger siblings and stuff. And like, I don't know, I act younger. So I feel like for maybe like 5 to 10 years older and then younger, I don't know, maybe like within 5 years.
Okay, so we're 34, and
Oh,
I know we have not shared the age, but I think it's relevant for this conversation. So you're saying
okay.
at 34, you would date 5 to 10 years older, so 39 to 44.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what do you say for the younger? 5 years younger?
Yeah.
I'm with you so that's the thing. I'm with you on the younger front. Like if this guy was 28, it would put a little bit of a wrench. I went out with that 28-year-old last month because I was like, age is, yeah, like age is a state of mind. Age is just a number.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that anymore because, like, for me, think within the next like 5 years, I don't know. I feel like where I'm at 34 compared to 39, I could be in a different spot. And I don't know if like a 33-year-old would be in that same spot. Like I just feel like the older I've gotten, the more my window for ages I want to date, it's kind of shrunk. And it's the same on the older side of things. And actually,
Interesting.
well, a guy I met, so backstory, I used to work in corporate America. I was a sales manager for a tech company, did that for like 7, 8 years, got pretty burnt out on it, and decided last year that I was going to basically like follow a dream I've always had to travel the world. And it was a lot of planning, a lot of build up. I ended up going for 4 months from January 1st of this year. And then I got back to Boston beginning of May. So I was gone for 4 months, did 10 countries, totally
Crazy.
solo. It was like the
You're
best
so
experience.
brave.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably like the best experience of my life. Like it was really amazing. And I definitely want to talk about it on the pod. But the reason I bring it up is just because there was a guy I met on that trip. So I ended up doing a safari in Kenya, which was incredible. And again, we'll definitely talk about it. But I did it with this company called Flashpack, and it's all 30s and 40-year-old solo travelers. So I met this guy, Charlie, on that trip from London, and he was 40 years old. And I remember having this conversation with him on the way to dinner one night. He was like, well, I don't know. We were saying, do you want children or not? And he was like, I don't think so. And honestly, like, I think at this age, at 40, he was like, I just don't really know if I even would want to have kids at this age. Because, and he was like, think about it. Like, if I'm 40 now and single, if I met someone, I probably would date them for a couple of years. So
Yeah.
42, do I really want to have a kid at 42, 43? My dad was an older dad. Um, and he
Yeah,
passed. So I do think there is like that in the back of your mind of like, if you date someone
definitely.
right now is 40, if you guys get to a place where, you want to have a family in like
Oh, I see.
3 to 5
Yeah.
years, you're kind of like, it's a little dicey.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Maybe,
true. That's a good point.
yeah. Maybe though it's like a barrier I'm just putting in my way and it's not even there yet. I'm just saying, like, ideally, I don't think I'd want to go above 5 years for me. Either on
Yeah, I mean,
either side of the spectrum.
yeah, you're kind of changing my mind. I feel like I feel like I could see myself less with someone who's like old. I don't know. I hate people that act old and boring and like, don't want to do anything. So maybe I revise back down to five.
Yeah.
Five up, five down.
I
But
like
it all
five.
depends on the person.
100%. I agree with that. But in a perfect world, I guess. Like my
Yeah.
ideal.
But let's not like make it a firm rule for you.
Agreed. Um, but yeah, no. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember what his name is, but he, and I don't know if he has a girlfriend or if he moved here solo, but apparently he moved here 2 months ago, grew up like in the burbs. So grew up not far from here, works in Boston in the city. We talked a little bit about the ferry because there's a ferry near close to where we live.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was like a little bit of small talk.
Yeah.
But I hope I see him again in the hallway. Like I don't think I would go up and like knock on his door. That feels a bit much.
Do you know where he lives? Like, do you know
Yeah,
if
I know what number.
Yeah, I mean, you could like make muffins or something, but I don't know.
I don't
Doesn't
know if
really
he
seem
wants
like you.
that could I don't know if that man wants to eat
Well, yeah.
muffins that I bake. But another question, like just hypothetical, would you date your neighbor? I think I would too.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good way to meet someone because you can probably like, it's easy to spend time together.
Yeah, that's true. Only thing is if it doesn't work out, that sucks. I would hate having to go out into the hallway. Like every time I'd be like, am I going to see him? Shoot.
Yeah. But I
But
feel like though, like when you live in an apartment, you see people way less than you think you're gonna.
that's no, definitely. But it's just knowing that every time I left the house, the anxiety of the world,
Yeah.
like I might run into him.
Yeah.
But again, we don't even know his name. We're not
And
there.
we can't make that a firm rule.
We're not making, no, I'm not making it a firm rule. I'm just saying that potentially.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
I
Being
just don't want you ruling any more guys out. Has there been any more Hinge action?
no, you know what? I think because this weekend we were gone at the Bachelorette, I was not on it at all. Like, did
Well,
not pay
you
attention.
lost your phone, so
Right, 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 right. Um, can't never forget. So no updates, but well, I did go on it yesterday, and it's kind of one of those things like managing my like inbox. If I
hmm.
let it get out of control and there's like too many people that have like
Oh, I totally know that feeling. Yeah.
unanswered messages, I'm less likely to look at it. Like it's too much.
Yeah.
So I didn't look at it for a few days, but no, yeah, we're back on it. But I will say I don't really have time this week to go out with anybody. I have plans tonight and tomorrow. And then I'm going out of town for a wedding this weekend. So
Yeah.
next week I should have
Maybe
hopefully
you'll meet someone at the wedding
I know. I was thinking that.
because
I
you
mean
know a lot of the people going.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know.
I feel like we know a few people who've met at weddings.
My cousin met someone at a wedding.
hmm.
Who else?
My brother-in-law met
Right.
his
Yeah,
wife
right.
Angela at a wedding. Yep.
Low key, a wedding is a great place to meet someone.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the big things that they don't tell you about dating in your 20s versus your 30s. In your 20s, you are just surrounded by social events. Like you're going to bars, you're going to parties, you're like, there's just always a lot of people around. And then when you're older, like that totally drops off. You're not doing as many of those big group events. You're not going to the bars as much, whatever, whatever.
hmm.
One place that you can still go though is a wedding. And there's
Yeah.
gonna be a ton of people there, and it's low pressure because it's not one on one, it's a group. And
And they're not like that, like a total stranger, like they're somehow related to someone that you know. Like,
that's a really good point. Yeah, like they're there for through a mutual connection. And
hmm.
people are just in, and you look good. Everyone's
Yeah.
dressed up.
Oh, true.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm feeling my best.
Damn, you gotta look good for Friday.
I know, shoot. Uh, well, and also people are in the mood for love. I mean, you've just heard all like we just went to a couple of weddings.
Yup.
You're hearing these beautiful vows, you're seeing these people, so happy. Like,
Yep.
who wouldn't be in the mood?
Yep. I
Yeah.
feel like,
All right.
oh, I know. There is another person I know that met at a wedding. My sister-in-law, Kelly's cousin, and my brother's, like one of his best friends from college. They're dating. They met at their wedding 3 years ago.
Oh, I love it. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I will have more of a dating update then after this weekend. Um, I'll keep you posted. But yeah, if I encounter anything, any more encounters with a hot neighbor, I will definitely be sharing. Like he was hot. Like I couldn't even really. Right when I saw him, I was just like, whoa, like damn.
This is reminding me of when Joey and friends saw the hot girl, remember? Like from
Yeah,
across the building, and he like put pictures up. You're
yeah.
like, hot girl, hot girl.
Hot girl, and he keeps going to Ross's apartment.
Yeah. Doesn't she end up being the one that Ross goes to her apartment and it's like filthy?
No, that was Rebecca Romaine Stamos or Rebecca Romaine.
Maybe it was the leather pants.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Anyway, we have a couple of things to discuss today, pop culture wise. So should we get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So our first pop culture topic for the day, Nat Wolff and Billie Eilish have confirmed their romance. They were seen canoodling on a boat ride in Venice like I don't know, maybe a week ago, last week, and then they shared a kiss on a balcony. So they're officially together. I like actually love this couple.
I don't know him. I feel like you said I would know who he is, but I don't think I do.
He's one of those actors that I think is like the perfect level of fame. If you saw his
Mm.
face, you'd probably recognize him. And he's been in a ton of movies. He was in Paper Towns with Cara Delevingne, Fault in Our Stars. He
Was
was
he the main guy? He's not the main guy in Fault in Our Stars.
no, he's a friend.
Okay.
He always kind of plays the best friend.
Mm.
That's his kind of role. Like
That is a good spot to be.
it's a really good spot to be. It reminds me of Judy Greer, like the woman who was the best friend in 30 going on 30, 13 going on 30. She was in she was in The Wedding Planner. Anyway,
Julie Greer? Let
Judy
me
Greer.
see. Oh, I know, I got it. I got her. I got her. Oh yeah, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's
for
that
sure.
exact same prototype. He was in that movie Home Again with Reese Witherspoon, the intern. But anyway, he's an actor. And him and his brother are also in like a band, I think. But apparently, what I love about this couple is that they, well, I think they've been friends for a while. I mean, I don't love this about them, but they met in 2023 at a Oscar after party, and they both have Tourette syndrome, and so does the brother, which I didn't realize.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So they said that that was like a big reason why they bonded so quickly and so like deeply is because they both suffer from that, which I could totally see that. Like if you're in Hollywood and
Yeah,
you both have Tourette's, like that's such a specific, bond to have or shared experience.
that's probably like very hard,
Oh, totally. I mean, you have to
especially if you're an actor.
for
Well,
sure.
and a musician.
Public speaking, like public facing, yeah, for sure. So I guess they were like best friends for about a year with the brother, Alex, Nat's brother, Alex, not Phineas. And then he appeared in her music video. That was in 2024. And then the past couple of months, it's like the
Oh,
cat.
yay. I like that.
Me too. Speaking of age gaps, which is kind of ironic, he's 30, she's 23, which,
That's bad.
see, I think like if we were to know someone that was 30 that was dating a 23-year-old, we might have a different opinion slightly. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's different when you're a celebrity.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree. I have no issue with this. I feel like they've both been in the spotlight for so long. His like Wikipedia filmography is huge. Like he's been working forever. So I feel like they are both young, growing up in Hollywood. I'm all about this. She's had a ton of relationships that have been totally under the radar. I had no
Oh,
idea.
really?
Yes. So
Good for her.
I know 2018 to 2019 dated rapper Brandon Adams. Then she dated from 2021 to 2022 Matthew Tyler Vorse, who's an actor, dated singer Jesse Rutherford from October 2022 to May 2023. And now she's dating Nat. So she's had a lot of relationships that kind of flown under the radar. But yeah, this one I'm a fan of. I hope it works out.
I know. I feel like Billie Eilish, though, like knocked Taylor once or twice in the press. So she's not on my good side. I just have to note that.
On the radar. On her.
But
Understood.
I love Birds of a Feather. I love that song.
Yeah, same. Same. I don't know. I
Love.
mean, I don't know a lot of her. Like, I don't know
I
her
don't either.
deep cuts. But yeah,
Yeah.
congrats to the happy couple.
Congrats. And please don't hate on Taylor Swift again so I can like you.
Heard.
Okay, you want to talk about Sabrina's new album cover?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if anyone has seen on social media or on the internet lately, but Sabrina Carpenter came out with a new album cover. Speaking of album covers, after we were talking yesterday, this is just helping my case for it being an award. Um,
That's a good
but
point.
the album cover for her new album, what's it called? Man's Best Friend, is a little bit controversial. It's like she's like on her knees, she's in a short black dress, and there's like a guy like pulling her hair. I don't know. It's
Obviously, a
definitely,
sexual innuendo.
yeah, yeah. On Instagram, she clapped back at a Twitter person who said like, "What is all she cares about is sex? Like all she does is sing about sex songs, or does she have a personality outside of sex?" That's what the person said, and she said, "Yes, I do." And yeah, I just think it's interesting that people are coming at her for this album cover that is supposedly racy, and I don't know. What do you think it's racy?
Um, yeah, I do. I mean, I don't know. Like, I do, but I also don't care that it is, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I would say it's racy, but like I wouldn't complain about it.
I think the thing is with like Sabrina, and I also read a little bit about this where she clapped back at commentators, and I thought her points were pretty interesting. Like she got a lot of flack because during her short and sweet tour, she would sing the song Juno, and at every performance, she would
Mm,
do a sexual position at one part in the song, at one specific lyric. People got all up in arms, but it's also the most shared content online was like her doing those positions because it was every single week, like, or every single show. Which one is she going to do? Like, that's what got her a lot of clicks and people were talking about it. So it's kind of like I thought her point was interesting. Like you're gonna call out the fact that I'm doing all this sexual stuff, but yet that's what people want to see. And that's clearly what people are talking about the most. Like it's kind of like jokes on you. Um,
Yeah.
I just appreciate the fact that she owns everything she does. Like she knows what she's doing is racy. She knows it's controversial. That's kind of been her whole thing the whole time. A lot of her songs are like very funny and sexual, and she owns it. And like, go Sabrina. I'm down for it.
Yeah. I feel like I get like when I was reading about it, like totally like the vibes of when people would be like, Taylor Swift only writes about breakup songs. Like she only disses men. And like I feel like people like Sabrina only talks about sex and like only wants to be like sexual on the stage and whatnot. There are some parallels there, and that could not be more true, as we have proved today. That was a big battle that I had, the ex-boyfriend battle, probably 10 years ago. But as we know, that's kind of steamed over. So I feel like I could see a similar thing happening for Sabrina. And I also think there are just people that are like cranky and want to hate on the internet. And it's okay to like do something new and controversial. I always think of remember Tattoo? Is that who they were? All the things she said, the music video. Remember when that came out?
Wow, what a throwback. I mean,
I
like,
know.
yeah, but haven't
They
thought
were
about
making
that.
out. It was like two girls making out in the rain, but it was like when we were like 10 or 11, I remember, and it was such a big deal. But like
Oh my
now, that wouldn't be a
God.
big deal at all. And it's
That's,
good that like people that they did that.
that's hilarious. Wow, tattoo. Like, yeah.
Tattoo.
Well, I mean, it's a similar moment with the Katy Perry I Kissed a Girl. That was a big
Yes.
deal. Yeah, I agree. I think anytime a woman does anything that's like, I mean, Britney Spears, case in point, like that was, I mean, she was
Oh yeah.
such a, she had so many haters and people thought she was too sexual all the time. And yet, like, you know, Taylor always talks about this, how there's male artists that will have women that are in like like thongs dancing or
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
and no one says anything. So yeah,
Yeah.
now that we're talking more about it, I'm like, you go, Sabrina. Like haters are furious. They're going to be furious. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah. Like there have definitely been male artists or bands like cover art that is sexualizing women.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure. I mean, I
Like
can't
for
think of
way
any.
worse than that.
100%. I totally believe it. I don't know if I could think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't either, but
Haters are going to hate, and people are talking about it, and she's crushing it. Oh, well, so last week we talked about Short and Sweet. You said you listened to it. What,
oh yeah.
any change on thought?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. It's okay. I can respect why other people like it. I feel like it's just her music's like not really for me. I don't know. It's okay.
I'm glad that you gave it a listen.
Yeah. And I mean, I respect her as an artist. I think she's like crushing it and doing good things for the music industry overall. So I can support that. Maybe I'll like some of her future albums. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I stand by my statement that Olivia Rodrigo is significantly better. Her songs are significantly better.
Okay. Um, yeah, I still don't agree with that, but I appreciate the fact that you listened to that album. All right, our last topic is about some reality TV. Traitors season 4 cast has been announced. You have not watched Traitors, have you?
No, but I feel like everyone's like, you have to watch it. I'm not a big reality TV person. That's why I haven't watched it. And like, I'm not really into game shows like you,
Yeah,
but it definitely gets a ton of buzz, so I'm interested.
I think I'm going to give it a shot. I know enough about the show, so for anyone who didn't watch it, Traitors is basically like a big game of Mafia. If you played that as a kid, there's faithfuls and there's traitors. Traitors are, I think there's 20, so there's 23 contestants on this new show, and normally there's only like 3 traitors, and the rest are called faithful. And the faithful are trying to figure out who the traitors are, and vote them out, because at the end of the way you win the game is if you're a faithful, if you end up at the end with just faithfuls, you split the prize money. But if there's a
Oh.
traitor there at the end and you didn't like suss out that traitor and vote them out, then the traitor wins it all.
The traitor has to like pretend that they're a faithful. Like
Right.
they know from the beginning, but they can't tell anyone.
They can't tell anyone. Right.
Hmm.
And last year, I feel like the show got really popular because there was some really, they did a great job with the casting. Like Dylan Efron was a huge cast. He kind of blew
Mm,
up. Gabby from the Bachelor Bachelorette franchise, Gabby Winley, Windy, I might be messing up her name. She's hilarious. They ended up winning. And then Boston Rob from Survivor from like
oh
10 years
God.
ago kind of made a resurgence. Well, he had a great scene. So he was a traitor. And he was a traitor with this other cast member from RuPaul's Drag Race, Bob the Drag Queen. And Rob from Survivor is just great TV. What he ended up doing at one of the like deliberations is he basically pinned it on Bob the Drag Queen. So reminder, them two know they're traitors. No one else knows. So to
Oh,
basically take the heat off of him, he was like, "It's Bob," and Bob
throw
was
him under the bus.
right. And he ended up. They did vote him out, and then everyone like loved Boston Rob because they were like, "Oh my God, you got a traitor out! Like you were on the money." And
Oh my God.
right, so they announced the new cast, and it's been kind of like highly anticipated because the last cast was so great. There's a lot of Survivor. Neither of us watched Survivor. I have been a super fan of the show Big Brother since I was like 10 years old. Huge,
She's
huge.
auditioned.
Oh, I audition every year. One of these days. And there's a couple of Big Brother people. One is a past winner, Ian. And then one of my all-time favorite players is going to be on it. Tiffany Mitchell. She is such a queen. She's a genius. I cannot wait to watch her. She's definitely someone who's like top for me for this series. Some other people someone that you might care about, Britt, Donna Kelsey's going to be on it.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So like Travis Taylor, Kylie, Jason are all going to be watching the show. Just FYI.
Oh, well, if Taylor's watching it, then.
Yeah, I knew that would be a win. Um,
Oh, wait, so hold on. What do they like do? Do they do games?
yeah, they have challenges. I can't, well, again, I haven't really watched it, but I want to say the challenges help add to their pot of money that they can win.
It's probably kind of like Survivor.
Yeah. And then they do a roundtable deliberation where they talk about like who do we think the traitors are, and then they vote. And at the end, someone's voted out, and it could be a traitor, it could be a faithful. They find out after every elimination what that person was.
Uh-oh.
A ton of housewives on this. So Bernie Housewife fans, we have Candace from Housewives of Potomac. We have Dorinda, Housewives of New York. I'm pretty sure she's
Oh,
the
geez.
only, yeah, the only repeat. The Housewives crush it. Lisa Rinna,
I can see that.
yep, I'm sure
Oh,
she'll
I
be
didn't
great.
like her.
No,
Oh, she annoyed me.
I like her. Beverly Hills, we have Caroline Stanbury, Real Housewives of Dubai. We have Portia Williams, Real Housewives of Atlanta. We also have two Olympic figure skaters.
Oh,
I know. That's what I like about Traders is that they have literally everyone from everywhere. Um,
yeah.
so Johnny Weir, Olympic figure skater, and then Tara Lipinski.
Oh, I've heard of her. She's like famous.
She was a
She's
90s.
old.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's older. Yeah.
She came up like around Michelle Kwan when we were like
Hmm.
elementary. We have a couple of other just like famous people, Michael Rappaport, actor and comedian, Eric Nam, singer. We have someone from Top Chef, Kristen Kish. Don't know who that is. Couple Love Islanders, Rob Roush from Love Island USA, Maura Higgins, Love Island UK. Oh, and then lastly, two more. One, Mark Ballas, Dancing with the Stars. I love Mark Ballas. He is no
Yeah, I
longer
know who
a
that is.
pro. Yeah. I'm rooting him on. So him, Tiffany are definitely in like my top three. And then get this one, you'll care about this. Stephen Coletti from Laguna Beach.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, name drop.
Honestly, great cast. I hope I think he could do very well. He's very likable.
It is interesting to think about the like ex reality stars that haven't been on TV in like 10 plus years
I know.
resurfacing.
I know.
I could see why though. I bet the housewives though are sneaky good at it because they're very conniving.
Dolores, she's a housewife from Jersey. She was one of the four that won last year.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
My
So,
money's on housewives.
but yeah, it's going to be exciting. When does this start? I think it's not going to premiere until beginning of 2026. So we have like 6 months to
Ugh,
go.
I hate that shit.
I know. But I am probably going to watch. And there's a couple of people on here that I am very excited about. So we'll
It
see.
does seem like a good cast.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have for you guys today, snitches. We are going to put out episodes Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. We hope everyone has a great day and thanks for snitching with us.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.